All right, hey everybody. I am at the Chena Dome Trailhead, the upper Chena Dome Trailhead. On a whim, I decided to jump in the car and go run a portion of the Chena Dome Trail, which is, you can see the hill up there, the mountain, dome, whatever you want to call that. That's the Chena Dome Trail. I'm not running that. I am going to run about a mile of road up to the lower down to the lower trailhead. Then I'm going to run up the Chena Dome Trail. And drop back down into this drainage here. It's called the Angel Creek Drainage, and then run what's called the Hillside Trail back. I'm thinking it's going to be about 20 miles. The Chena Dome Trail is about 30 miles, 50K maybe, and it basically runs all the way around the drainage, comes back down through there, and it's long. We're not doing that today. But it's beautiful. It's really smoky. Not as bad as yesterday. We have a wildfire burning about 160 miles southwest of town. We're about 60 miles from town right now, about an hour north of town. So yesterday the wind was blowing out of the southwest, so we had about a half a mile of visibility. It was so bad. The wind's not blowing today, so the visibility is really good. Up on the ridge line, it should be really, really good. So anyway, it should be a really fun day. It's nice out. And for some reason I always find myself running on the road, and I'll be running on the road to warm up before I hit the next trailhead. All right, so let's have fun. So I'm getting ready for my run, and it was weird. Got about 10 miles from the house and realized I forgot something. I forgot my hydration vest, which is really important to me. So today I have thrown everything in my cargo box where I throw all my running gear when I go on these little quick trips like this. And this is what it looks like when I pack it spur of the moment. All right, there's my cargo box. I literally pack it just with everything I can possibly think I'm going to need. Got a hat that I'm probably not going to wear. Got to carry this. I brought this just in case, and I do need it. I got some Tailwind, which I'm going to be using. I grabbed my collection of goo. Gotta have your ginger aid. Ginger aid is the best kind of aid because it's from a ginger. All kinds of stuff in there. It's going to be good picking. Got my squirrel's nut butter. Gotta have that squirrel's nut butter. Gotta protect the nips. I'm going to wear my singlet today because it's warm out. And there's my vest, brace, all my water stuff. And a little shell because we don't know what's going to happen. And then I'm going to wear these. I don't have them on yet because they're still filthy from my Ultra that I ran a couple weeks ago. And they really need to get washed. They're in really bad shape. They're new. They got 80 miles on them. So that's my my plan. I'm going to load all this stuff up, get out of here. It's 3:15. Got a late start. Hopefully I'll be back down here by about 7:30 maybe. Good news is the sun doesn't set this time of year, so it'll stay light. It's gonna be a good day. Let's have fun, and hopefully not running into any mean critters out there. Running down a beautiful road, completely watered up. It's probably gonna be a long day. Show you the ridge line I'm going to climb up to. That there, a couple thousand feet. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be an adventure of a day. Got a little headwind actually. Thankfully I'm only running on the road for a mile. Next month I have a 50-mile trail race out here. I'll be running on sections of this trail, getting my legs stretched out, and getting ready for a lot of fun here. Should be great. There's a better view of the ridgeline I got to climb. It's about 3 miles. There's some nasty climbing to come. It's gonna be fun though. But this is more than a mile. I think we're close to 1.5 miles from trailhead to trailhead. So, still a good warm up. All right, I just pulled into the very quaint and lovely lower Chena Dome Trail trailhead. It is beautiful. I love this trail. We'll see what I'm saying in about 2 miles. 2 miles will tell the tale of how I feel. Yep, there she is. So, I am parked right here at the upper Chena Dome Trail. I just ran this to here, right where that big funny spot is, right there. I'm now gonna run this, all of that. This is where there is no trail. It basically becomes a route at this point. Ridgeline climbing. There's 12.5 miles. And around here somewhere, I drop down. And I'll drop down to the Upper Creek cabin. And then I'm going to run this, which is the Angel Creek Hillside Trail system, all the way back to here. So there's 12 miles. So I'm looking at 14, 15, 16, yeah, about 20 miles. But I don't think that is accurate because that is about 12 miles. So it'll be fun to see what this is exactly. I'm ready to run. Let's take a little side trip here. The Chena River. Can't see that much. Thought I would. And here we go. Let the fun begin. The next 3 miles. It's gonna be brutal. See where I am now? Very soon, I won't be in this. I will be way higher. Oh yeah. Time to warm the calves up. I'm about 3.5 miles into my run on the trail. Speed hiking right now. In the last half mile, I've gained almost 450 feet of elevation. In the next 2 miles, I should gain probably another 1,500 feet. So I'm really trying to keep myself conservative because I don't know how long this run is, but it's going to be a challenge because once I get onto the ridge line, I haven't been on that section of trail in probably 3 years, so 4 years. It's kind of a blur to me. I kind of remember to the 7 mile point, but after that it's a blur. Except for the saddle where I drop down into the drainage. So it's gonna be exciting. Getting up there. Here's the hillside trail off in the distance. And that ridge line is the Chena Dome Trail. Just follows it all the way up, up and back. Keeps going. Just taking a quick breather. I got one last climb to do, and I'll be on the ridgeline proper. I'll be almost up on the lower ridge, but not the ridge. That's Angel Rocks. The Angel Creek 50 miler I'm doing next month. After it runs along all that there, comes back up to about a mile down that way, and that's the 42-mile aid station. Then you run up and you run that. About 1,800 vertical feet in a mile and a half. Then you run the hills all the way out that way for 8 miles and drops into Chena Hot Springs. Awesome run. Here's my hill, my next climb. Guess I better get this one first before I start thinking about that one. All right, coming up on the ridge. So I had briefly mentioned a fire. There's a fire burning about 160 miles southwest of Fairbanks. So about 210, 220 miles southwest of here. And it is called the Mooseheart Fire. Across the Chena River from a place called Manly Hot Springs, which is a wonderful little town. And it's burning about 48,000 acres right now, almost 50,000 acres. Being let to burn, it's being managed naturally. Got lightning strikes, so this is a natural occurring fire, letting nature take its course. But we get stuck with this haze. And for nature to flourish, I guess that's just what it is. I've actually got to stop filming because there's so much rocks that stick up really sharp. I'm gonna trip and fall, and I'm only 4.5 miles into my run. Too soon to get hurt. Maybe later, around mile 16, then I'll allow myself to be hurt. Up, up, up. Forgot my poles. Forgot my hydration vest. Had to go back for it. Forgot my poles. Could really use them right now. Almost to the top. All right, top of the climb. Holy crap. Hour and 18 minutes to get a little over 5 miles in. That's not bad. About 3-4 years ago, I ran this trail up to this point from the lower trailhead right here, and it took me an hour and hour and 25 minutes from there, and didn't include the road run, which is a little over a mile and a half. So I made really good time. There's my ridge. That's where I'm running. Gotta run all along that. I don't know if you can see very well with the haze. Over the top of that dome in the distance, drop off to the back of that, and I'll drop down into that drainage there. And then I'll run a hillside trail that runs a couple hundred feet above the drainage, all the way back. Highest point off in the distance, that's Chena Dome. I think it's a little over 5,000 feet. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 4,600 feet, 5,000 feet. I'll make a note of it later on. I am going to eat something and get some calories in me. I'm a little nauseous because I haven't eaten much today. So I'm going to eat and carry on. Oh, I forgot how big that is. That's going to be fun. I've been talking a lot, letting any bears in the area know where I'm at, singing songs, explaining to anybody listening that I don't taste that good. So I've been talking about it, letting them know, you know, hey, I'm out here running, tastes like crap, you really don't want to bug me. I'll be out of your neighborhood in just a little bit. You can get on with your merry old life. Right now I'm trying not to trip on roots. It's very rooty here and wet. Oh yeah. Descended down into the saddle. Gotta start climbing up out of it here shortly. And right as I say that, the trail starts heading up. I love this section of trail so much. Just exposed. I remember this climb. This comes up over a knoll that drops me into a meadow, kind of like a meadow. A lot of history in that meadow for me. I'll get into it later. For now, update. I'm 7 miles in, about 2,400 vertical feet of climbing. Mile marker. So if you're doing this trail clockwise, which normally you do it counterclockwise, here's the trail marker sign, mile 25. I'm walking this, not because it's hard, but because there's a really pointy stuff sticking out of the ground, and the trail's really super narrow here, and it's too easy to stub your toe and hit that and end up falling and getting injured 7 miles from the trailhead. There it is. Just drop down into that saddle and start climbing for the next mile and a half. All right, well, I'm in this saddle, or I call it a meadow, about 7.5 miles into my run. Story time. So in 2009, my dog and I hiked the Chena Dome Trail, which is that entire ridge line, which I've repeated over and over and over, up over Chena Dome in the distance, and then back around over all this stuff behind that hill I'm about to climb. Well, in this meadow is a spring. There's usually water that can be found here year-round. I didn't bring enough water. And about 20 miles into the hike, I ran out. Got you a weather shelter at mile 15 up here, or whatever, mile 12. The water catch was fouled by a dead animal. So we pushed on, came up over that mountain, dehydrated, minor heat stroke, dry heaving, made it to here, and we bolted for the spring. And I was fighting the dog for the water. He would dive into a puddle right when I was going to a filter. So I had to keep finding clear water to filter out. It was insane. But I lived to tell a tale. Pretty flowers. And that's what it's all about. Loving this place. Start running again. There's the ridge line I've been running on. Curious. Oh, those warthogs have been playing out here all day, apparently. They came flying up the bottom of the valley earlier. Love those birds. So, what I'm climbing on right now, is soil is super, super soft. Check it out. It's basically a mat of vegetation. Can't really run on it if you're going uphill. You just don't fight it, just walk it. It's gonna suck too much energy out of you. There's plenty of stuff to suck the energy out of you. You don't need to force it. Whew. Not bad for 5:30 in the afternoon. Second half of my climb. Just when you think you're done, you're not. Still climbing. But that's my high point of the day up there. Another couple hundred feet of vertical. And I'm running. Finally running. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. I'm at the high point. Woo-hoo! No echo. I'm at the high point of my run. Trying to find the trail cairn. Found it. Just gained 3,000 feet of vertical in the last 6 miles. So, there it is. So I'm feeling good about that. And I'm just trying not to fall over
in this really soft soil. It's very bumpy. I'm a little over 8.5 miles into my run. Got about 12 to go. Going real slow. The climbs have been really brutal. 2 hours and 15 minutes into my run, and I'm loving this. On top of the world, just loving it. Smoke from the wildfires really giving off this crazy haze. It's just insane. My saddle of escape back into the ravine is after that climb over there. You see a really significant saddle. That's where I drop down into the drainage. About probably 2 more miles. Oh, it's beautiful. A little chilly with the wind. It's always chilly up here. It's keeping the mosquitoes at bay. Smoke makes it look really eerie. Love it. Wish it was clear, but that's life. There's the rest of the ridge line for the Chena Dome Trail. Alright, I've given myself an hour to get down into there, so I gotta giddy up. Heading straight down. I might be mistaken, I'm not sure. Like I said earlier, I haven't been on this section of trail in several years, but that could be my ravine that I drop into just right below me, about 1,000 vertical feet, and then I might run down that. When I say run, I mean gingerly walk. Oh shoot, off trail. That trail is pretty. There we go. Now you can see the trail. I'm into running it right now. Here's a lip. It'll give me a better view of what's below us. So I may drop down on that ridge there, back down into the valley. If that's the case, I'm definitely looking at about a little over 4 hours for the full trip of maybe 20 miles. I lost my trail. I don't know if I'm on trail anymore. I'm gonna go through here. Yep, we're on trail. I'm running down. My knees are a mess. They're not bothering me yet, and I want to keep that way. Oh, I was off trail. Here it is. Here's my trail. I'm going to focus on not falling, hurting myself, and getting to the bottom of this saddle, and we'll catch up there. It's kind of hard to focus on running when these views just trap you. Almost 100% certain that this is my saddle, which is called the escape route. If you're hiking this trail either direction and you're in difficulty or an emergency, it's a bailout trail. It drops you to the Lower Creek cabin, and it's a real quick 8 miles out from there versus all the way. So, plus it's more traveled, so you'll see people. And the cabin, you've got first aid and can take care of you there. God, I love it. It feels so good not having a 50-pound pack on my back doing this trail. My knees thank me too. And I am a little scratched up, but not the worse for wear. Don't know what I'm saying anymore. The sign. This trail is no gimme. It sends you down to the drainage quickly, but it's very technical. And during my race, I'll go down this. And this is at about mile 30. So almost 50K into my race. Now I'm gonna have to traverse this silly thing. And it's gonna suck me up. Whew. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. Morning any bears where I am. Oh, bears love this area. They're seen out here regularly. I have no bear spray or a gun, so decided to keep it light with 2 liters of water that I packed in. I barely remember any of this from last summer when I was on the race. I was really out of it until I got down to the cabin, which was our aid station. So doing it again right now, really helping me remember it. So next month, I will be able to fly through here re-familiarized with it. It's bouncy, very spongy. I am going to focus on running, getting down to the cabin, where I'll probably have another goo. I just inhaled a gingerade goo and some water, and get on the hillside trail, which is just a blast. Big double wide trail, big enough for ATVs. It's an all-purpose trail put in to take pressure off the winter trail that comes right up the middle of the valley. Really a fun up and down, windy, twisty, fun trail. Hell, I can't say fun enough right now. I'm having a blast. It's a long way down. It's no gimme. This is the first view I've had really on the trail since I just dropped in like a quarter of a mile ago. I lost the trail. I'm standing at a trail cairn, and I lost the trail. I think it's down here. Last time here, this section was flagged for us, so fairly certain this is the trail down here. I see some wear and a slightly different shade in the rocks on this talus slope. Yep, there's a cairn. Cool. All right. I got some really technical stuff to do here, so I'm going to put the phone away. I could fall. I almost fell just now, so I'm going to focus on what's in front of me. Finally running. Been running for like 5-10 minutes, 5 minutes now maybe. Off of all that talus slope, scree. Just kind of quasi bushwhacking. I kind of remember this from last year, but feels good to be running again instead of all the speed hiking I've been doing and traversing. Got the mosquito swipe thing going on. Constantly feels like I got mosquitoes on me, so I'm constantly doing this. You'll get used to it. I'm here, bears. Heard something back there. Doing a lot of talking. All right. Well, so far, back on the scree and talus back there, I managed to take one fall, and I caught myself, and it was spectacular. Oh yeah. trying to make my way through the rocks. I think I just lost the trail. Nope. There it is. Oh, there she is, the Lower Creek cabin. It's a beautiful place. And I am literally right on schedule. I'm coming up on 6:30 p.m. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is a brand new outhouse. That is a beauty. I said that at the top up there somewhere, I said I wanted to be here within 3 hours. And I am here literally 2 hours and 57 minutes. That really blows my mind. Anyway, let's have a look at the cabin. This is an original. A lot of the cabins have been replaced. Anybody home? Got yourself a stove, wood catch outside. Nice table. Sleeping for 4 to 5 people. Cool little place. There's our first aid kit that I was talking about. Let's lock this up good. Make sure it locks. There we go. Yeah. That is a good temperature right there. This is nice. I got about 8 miles to go. I'm guessing. I don't know. I think it's 8 miles once I cross over to the hillside trail. But we shall soon see. I feel great. I feel really great. A lot of speed hiking instead of running up hills has really conserved a lot of my energy. Feeling good. Anyway, I'm going to switch out some bottles, suck a goo, and get out of here. And we're in motion. Quick 2.5 minute stop, and we're rocking. That's a good fishing creek right there. That is a good time. That's also known as Angel Creek. And now I am on the Angel Creek Hillside Trail for the next probably hour and a half. My target is 4.5 hours. If I can be back to the car sooner, I'll be happy. We shall see. Right now I'm just enjoying, not bushwhacking, running on tundra. Oh, just been told I'm at 11 miles. We might go sub 20 mile. I'm good with that. I'm good with 19 miles. As long as I get my 4.5 hours on my feet, I'm good. Moseying along. Legs are starting to get a little tired from all that climbing, but all in all, I feel good. Got about 7-8 more miles to go. I'm hoping. A lot of down trees. But it's been a beautiful day. Kind of glad it was overcast. Really kept the temp cool so I didn't overheat. It's nice. Very pleasant day. Coming up on one of several stream crossings I've got ahead of me. So I can recompose myself. Took a pretty good fall about a half mile ago. A little banged up, but nothing serious. Ooh. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, finally got my shoes washed. Oh, my feet are cold. Oh, water is so cold. Oh my God, I'm squishy. All right. Oh, that felt so good. My feet are so happy. Squish, 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 squish. Just squishing along. Oh, those are cold. Wow. I needed that. I can hear it. Yeah, there's usually a bridge here. Yep. As yummy as it looks, I am more in the mood to keep my feet dry now. Letting the good times roll. Coming up on 15 miles. Waiting to find out where I am. Still not quite sure if I have 6 miles to go or 5 miles to go. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just for a peace of mind, I'd like to know. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What does all this yesing and happiness mean? Oh, it means I know where I am. That's the lower direction. That way. For the lower Angel Creek cabin. Down on the drainage, and this is my way back to the trailhead, exactly 5 miles away. It's a steep climb that I'm going to walk because my knees are bothering me a little. My hips are tired, my adductors are tired, I'm pooped. So I have 5 miles to go. I am 15.5 miles in at 3 hours and 53 minutes. Most of this is just for me. Time to suck down my last goo, which, I can't remember, mint chocolate. Who doesn't love mint chocolate? 450 milligrams of amino acid love. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna eat lunch and get these last 5 miles done. The last 3 miles are an insane blast, especially the last 2 miles. It is crazy fun, winding down. It's trying to save my knees for it because I want to enjoy it. It's going to be fast, fun, exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, next stream crossing, which I might end up just wading through. Oh, no, it's not bad. Really pretty though. If I remember right, I got a pretty solid climb coming up. Been enjoying a little bit of downhilling. It's been fun, but I'm fairly certain this kind of cruises around and then just launches. Ooh, what's that all about? Hard to believe that just a few hours ago I was up there. Yes, this is a very cherished place to me. This little stream is coming from a spring that's just uphill here. For years I've ran this trail, and Equinox and I, if you don't know, Equinox was my black lab, my trail companion and my cross-species life partner. I rescued him from a shelter when he was 5.5 weeks old. I had him for almost exactly 13 years, almost to the week. And he died last month on the 18th, May 18th. Complications to esophageal paralysis from a stroke he had a couple of years ago. Anyway, we used to run this trail together all the time, and that artesian spring back there, it was his favorite place to cool down and drink, and we used to stop there for 5-10 minutes and play every time we ran this trail. So I'm a little wet-eyed right now, thinking about my buddy, hoping he's with me in spirit. He's my spirit guide dog now, protecting me and running with me all the time. I miss my bud. Did I mention the last 3 miles is fun? It's fun. A couple little mini climbs left, but for the most part, it's all downhill. I'm gonna get these last 2 miles out. I'm gonna get rained on here. I'd really like to not get rained on. I'll get cold really fast. So, just finished this baby off. 2 miles to go. We're at mile 19. Yeah, friggin' amazing day. Coming up on 20 miles. I'm kind of all business right now. That last mile to go. I'm enjoying this section, but really happy when I'm done. My body's pretty beat up, right on that edge of bonking, but not quite. So just really focused on running efficiently right now and getting to the car. Almost out of water, but mile and a quarter to go. It should be fine. Gotta love it though. Gotta love it. Home stretch. This is a home stretch. Yes, 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 yes. 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 Awesome. Well, I'm sitting in the back of my Subi right now. My legs are destroyed. It was 21 miles, just under 5 hours. Just under, right around 3,800 feet of elevation. I'm beat. I'm exhausted. It was hard. That was harder than I expected it to be. I didn't expect it to be like that. Mosquitoes are out. It's just starting to sprinkle, so I got back just in time. I had LaCroix. I can't even talk. LaCroix, key lime, waiting for me. It's a little warm. I don't care. Time to do the 1.5-hour drive home. Pizza in my future. That's all I know. Good day.